Hey, what's up? This mental stimulating. I'm coming through for a minute. Guys, I just want to say, man, I know a lot of people have mixed opinions about, those panhandling, those asking for change, those being stripped of their dignity most times to ask for help when they feel like there's no help out here. A lot of people, all of us, make bad decisions. Some of us wallow in those bad decisions. I want you to consider something today. Consider what it must take for someone to ask for help. Yes, a lot of these people have turned panhandling into a lazy source of hustling. But there are others that simply don't have any other options, don't know what else to do, don't have skills to hustle and survive. It's very easy for us to say, well, they just should get a job. Well, what about when they attempt to get jobs and those jobs won't hire them? Maybe because of how they look, maybe because of their race, maybe because their education level, maybe because their appearance isn't appealing to the clientele of the establishment. You got people out here with college degrees that cannot get into their fields, most times because of how they look. Most of these companies hire within, even though they post these jobs. And even though people a lot of times be qualified for the job, they will get something told to them like they're overqualified. How can you be overqualified for wanting to work? You understand? So the only thing that I'm saying is because sometimes, man, I come across all types of people, and it hurts me the most to see young, old, out here asking for change, and people won't even give them a second glance. People look down upon them, and some of them really have a hard time even asking for help, being stripped of their dignity in that manner, but they simply just don't know what else to do. Yes, some of them are strung out, some of them got alcohol problems, etc., etc., bad decisions in life. But who are we to judge each other? Each and every one of us has a flaw. Each and every one of us makes stupid mistakes. Most times, even when we're told don't do that. But who are we to judge each other? Try to help if you can. Try to help if you can. We have the wrong idea about help, man. Even if you buy someone something to eat, even if you give someone a bottle of water, even if you give someone the loose change in your cigarette ashtray, it's not much to harm you. Why not help? What is it going to hurt you to help? You got people that won't even hold the door for each other. People that don't even say please and thank you. Our world is screwed out here, man. And the impoverished are suffering. People are out here on their knees, man. You got people living from motel to motel, day to day. People subjected to sleeping in tents because they don't want to be in these so-called overcrowded shelters that's really more of a hindrance than a help. Think about all of the single people, all of the young people, all of the old people that really don't get the resources they need, because even being homeless is a hustle for those in power. It's not really meant to help you. It's meant for the bodies and the money that they get from those bodies. But even when you go into some of these shelters, people are being stole from what they don't have. People are being assaulted. It's overcrowded. People get sick. We talking about the single people. Of course, the people with children get a little bit better accommodation simply because there's children present. But not everybody has children. And these are the people that fall on the wayside. The elderly. The young. And it's supposed to take a village, but nobody is willing to help each other. People are willing to take and abuse and misuse each other. Something is really wrong with the whole dynamic of the way the world is functioning. Something is wrong on so many different levels, on almost every aspect of life. It is not taking nothing from you to be kind. You looking down on people, you talking about people, you laughing at people's pain. Like, how? Man, I looked into a young man's life by looking into his eyes today. Worn out, tired, wondering, just don't know what to do. And a lot of people say, well, where's his family? In this day and age, family ain't family. Family will throw you to the wolves. So let's not lean on, well, where's their family? That family don't mean anything. People are hooked up on ego out here. And having these God complex, want people to beg and worship them so they can look down on them, to feel bigger about themselves, when most of them have insecurities and all of these problems, mental, emotional problems, and the only way they can get off is by kicking someone else down. Like, it's sad, man. There's no humanity out here, man. Everything thrives on, well, what can you do for me? Like, come on, man. Come on, we out here doing the best we can. None of us have gotten a handbook at this thing called life. And most of the people that's on a high level have got there by abusing others, taking advantage of others, stepping on others. Where is your humanity? I watch people snicker and laugh in food places when someone comes in dirty, may not have showered for a while. Instead of lending assistance and feeling just being humane, they'll laugh. They'll ridicule. What if that was you? What if that was you? God has a funny sense of humor, kicking those who think they're almighty down to those places that they laugh and snicker about. Yes, we got people out here on drugs bad, and they choose to be on drugs because they're addicted and they're chasing a high, a way to escape the reality of their life. Same with alcoholics. And then they have opened themselves up so bad. Man, if you can help, just try to help somebody. It doesn't matter how. Any bit counts. Just try. And don't expect anything in return. I love you so much, guys. Have a great day.